the New Flat Rate podcast.
The New Flat Rate!
For contractors ready to boost tickets, simplify business, and gain freedom. Today, we sat down with James Hatfield. He is the Chief Revenue Officer at LiveSwitch. And now, your host, me, Natalie Koop, and your co-host, Danielle Putnam. Today, we're joined by James Hatfield, Chief Revenue Officer at LiveSwitch. James leads revenue and product strategy for a global communications platform that helps businesses connect through live video and streaming. This episode is all about how technology is transforming the trades and how contractors can use it to work smarter and scale. James, thanks for being here. Let's jump right in.
Sounds good. Happy to be here. Thanks for the intro. Although, really, I'm a painter and power washer. I'm a blue collar guy. I'm not as much of a tech nerd as you make me out to be. Even though I did get big glasses when I got into technology. They kind of can't pass those out.
No, it goes with it, with the territory.
It comes with it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I wanted to jump in on something a little bit personal. Looking back on your life and experiences, what had the greatest impact on you on who you've become today?
Oh, man. Maybe I'm going to too depth of a place, but when you watch people die around you, your best friends, that will impact you. You know, you don't really know what life is like until you lose some people that you love, you know, and that has had major impact on my choices and decisions and changed my entire outlook and my family. But hey, I mean, life is short, right? So we treasure every single day. But I think death has had the biggest impact on me as an individual, actually.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for sharing so honestly.
Hey, you know what? I mean, now you can catch me most weekends. I take my family. I've got a lot of guitar and singers in my family, and we go to the hospice on Sunday, and we go in and we go room to room and sing people into whatever's next. You know what I mean? So that's what we love to do. So we're a little different, but I just felt called to go do that, and we really enjoy it.
Yeah, I saw the guitar in the background. I was going to ask if you play.
Oh yeah, my whole family does. We're in Asheville, North Carolina. We play a lot of bluegrass music. So my daughter plays banjo, another daughter plays fiddle. I play guitar. We all sing, and we love doing it. It's a fun family outing.
Ooh,
I'm so impressed. You were saying earlier that your oldest was 15.
Yeah, correct.
So you have teenagers willing to be a part of the family and do this together.
Oh yeah, and they love it.
I mean, that's incredible.
Oh yeah, I give all the credit to the superhero in the household, which is my wife.
Yes. I love it. Good. You know, we started doing this earlier this year. I don't know, beginning of the year. We just said, hey, we're going to start podcasting more just to start getting content out. And now all of a sudden, finally, people are like, hey, I was listening to your stuff. I saw you on your show. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, people are actually watching.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, we just had our little ambassador Christmas party yesterday with everyone who's like you, but in all different industries. And
Right.
it's a lot of fun. They have personality, they're thoughtful, you know, they're intelligent. And then we were sharing tips. So our gifts were bring your favorite tip of the year and share it with your fellow podcasters. So we'll have to start including you in our quarterly little huddles. And I'm starting to get folks all over the world too. So
Love that. What a good idea. I was on a call with somebody right before this earlier that said, hey, I'm going to have a collaboration where we just all hang out, all the people. It's so similar. He's like, all the people I've met on podcasts this year, we're just going to have a collaboration and get together. He says, because I sent intro emails afterwards to introduce people to people, and it doesn't really turn into anything. He says, all those people I've said, hey, you should know so-and-so are all going to come together and let's all actually get in Zoom rooms together. I'm like,
love it.
I do too. Way to do something about that.
Oh yeah, we love educating markets. Any market we're in, we educate.
You don't need
Our favorite ones is to go into the jails though and educate the men and women there. We have a nonprofit called Inmates Entrepreneurs. We've educated thousands and thousands of men and women. It turned into an ABC television show. You should check it out. It's called Free Enterprise. But bring a box of tissues. It's really great. My business partner's a star of that show. Can't believe you're a TV star, but okay, we're good. We've been together for 20 years, so we have a lot of fun together.
You just got to let that one go.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's all right. I used to have like almost 500,000 followers in fantasy football. Did radio shows with Tiki Barber and Google and stuff. So we each have our own,
Yes.
you know, fame side. Not that we really look for it. Kind of finds us. It's weird. Anyway,
That's the best way. I love that so much. Our family HVAC business, our best technician ever came from the Indiana State Penitentiary.
Yep.
And they have an HVAC program in there. Our best technician
I'm
ever.
not even shocked to hear that. I'm not even shocked. We hire out of those programs, and I just met a guy today who runs a huge business, and he had 4 years when he was young that he served, and now he's killing it. I mean, he's killing it in home services.
Love it.
Yes, love seeing those redemption. Everyone needs a second chance, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And we all do bad things all the time. We just don't all always get caught. I mean,
And there it is.
it's true. It's
It
true.
is true. Quite true.
So, from your perspective, how is technology changing the trades right now?
Oh, it's changing it in an unbelievable way. I had our technology 3 weeks ago fix my HVAC unit from a 30-second video. I had a technician in my home. They were coming in. My wife actually found our HVAC unit full of water everywhere. This young guy comes in. I think he just started. He must have been 23. Great kid coming in. And I stop him. I'm like, hey, don't go in there. I want you to act like an ignorant customer. I'm going to send you a text message. You just tap it and walk in there. Give me 30 seconds of what you see. So he walks into my basement. I'm in Asheville, so we got Southern folks over here.
Hmm.
He walks in, 30-second video. He goes, well, there's water in the water pan, and it's dripping, and there's condensation on the line. We ran it through AI, and AI diagnosed, hey, this likely cause is you've got a blockage in your drainage, probably algae or slime related and dust. Just release that. Sure enough, he goes over, follows the steps, algae's flying everywhere. He looks at me, jaw's on the floor, and he goes, well, can I buy stock in your company? He was mind blown. And it does this every day. So now that AI is in the building, right? And I always like to make it practical and tactical. Sometimes AI, we either hear like, oh, the AI is coming and Terminator is going to kill us, or we have other folks on the other end like, if I didn't have AI, I don't know what I would do. So there's that full spectrum. But in the trades, making these things practical and tactical that really help save time or make a better customer experience, because there's a lot of things in the trades that our trades folks don't like doing. One thing they don't like doing, I've never met a tradesperson that likes doing this, which is entering in CRM entries. Let me know when you find one. After they fix it, they don't want to go in there and tap away on the keyboard so we can document everything.
And they don't want their office telling them that they missed something and typed it in wrong.
All right, hey, didn't I fix the unit and get you money? That's what, right? So, but that's what technicians are thinking. I mean, I used to live on a ladder, right? I used to own and operate painting, power washing companies. I've lived life on a ladder. I know what it is to ask a technician or one of my guys or gals to fill out something just so I can document it.
Yeah.
So that is a practical and tactical way where AI can come and do it for you, do it consistently. There's no need for people to tap on keyboards. It's a waste of time. And a waste of my money, your money.
I got to move this balloon real quick. I'm sorry, Natalie. I ran my first marathon on Sunday. And so I have a congratulations balloon, but
I love it.
So I'm going to move it, but that's my plug because I tell everybody every single day because it's a big accomplishment. So I'm like, hey, do you know I ran a marathon this week?
Wow.
So now that I got that out of the way.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Let me move that balloon because it was a distraction. And James, tell us more. You said nobody should have to type into a CRM or an FSM. So tell us more. How do we stop typing?
Well, have AI do it for you. You can there's this little thing. I think you probably have one in your pocket. I bet everyone listening does. It's called a phone. And you know what's on these phones? A lot of video cameras. So the most important tool has been sitting in your pocket the entire time and we didn't know it. But now you can just take a video of anything you want and ask AI to do whatever you want it to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm technician fixing, I'm doing this, I did that, or I'm getting ready to do this. And then I can start asking AI, will you help me with this? Will you make my CRM entry for me? Will you tell me how much this is going to cost? Oh, can you write a contract? Can you convert this into Spanish? Can you? And it will do that by watching your video and listening to you and looking at photos. It is incredible. I've seen it do it for landscaping, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, all the trades. And now it can and you can tell as a business owner, I like my CRM entries to look like this. Give it an example, and it will do that based on what your team is doing. So you get consistency. Your team, all they have to do is click a button. They just tap a button now, and it will do it automatically. And you're not missing out on anything
Mhm.
because it's already documented. Imagine bringing YouTube or the NFL instant replay into your business. Now everything is documented. So you can say, oh, this is for training, document my process. So if you ever go to sell, I think private equity is buying a bunch of businesses these days. But if you want to sell, if you have everything documented, including your process, everything you've done, your multiple goes up. So instead of a 1.5x multiple, maybe you get a 3 or 4x multiple, meaning you're going to get paid a lot more for the same company. And this stuff is not hard. It doesn't take, you don't have to go back to university to train your guys and gals. Because you know what else they don't like? They don't like technology that much, unless it's really helping them.
Mhm.
Just what I'm seeing on the front lines.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. Are there any tools in particular that somebody that has not started using AI should start with?
If you've never touched AI, and I get it, you're probably like, not for me, or I've been meaning to do that. Or maybe you're scared of it. Be honest. Like, hey, I don't want the Terminator to come and get me. But if you're ready to make your first step, here's what I'm going to recommend. You can go to ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, Perplexity. Just go to like Gemini or Grok or ChatGPT and just start asking it to do stuff. Just talk to it. How do I use you? Start that way. What do I analyze this? Try that. And eventually you'll say, oh, wow, that's kind of neat. I'm going to have it look at this thing or do this thing and just play with it. Like when I'm dating myself, I know I don't look that old, but I am, Danielle. So when
Before the show, I was like, you don't look old enough to have kids.
I know that I still got it. And when I get carded, I'm like, here you go. And they're like, yep, my gray hair's hiding all right here. Anyway, so when in painting, anyone who's in painting or power washing will know this, when paint sprayers first came out, we hand rolled, we brushed. It was like Tom Sawyer over here, right?
Yeah.
Paint sprayers came out first time. I kind of knew like, I should probably look at that. So I bought one. And what did we do? We played with it. Then what happened? The next 5 homes were terrible. We were spraying roofs. We forgot to clean the thing. It was terrible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then the 6th one happened. I was like, wow, we kind of did that way faster. And the quality, we got good with the shields. We got good with the tips. We knew what to do, how to prep it. Customers were happy. And I pay my guys hourly. So as the owner, I made a lot more margin and money. But I had to play with the technology, in this case, a sprayer, before I actually brought it in and allowed it to make money for me. And I think that's a lot when you look at AI, I would take a similar view and just step 1, play with it is what I always recommend.
Well, did you go back to the first 5 houses and fix them up?
Oh, they were all nonprofits. It was
Okay.
terrible, yeah. But hey, that's just what it is,
Yeah.
but
Well, what problem do you see contractors struggling with that tech could actually fix?
where do I start? I'm gonna get me on my soapbox here. Well, I think first of all, one of the biggest problems we have is finding good people. If you've been around the trades long enough, you ask anyone who's owned a business, they're going to say it's
one thing we hear.
number 1, and then
And not
money.
even just the trades. I mean, really, everybody.
Everybody. There's this weird thing. It's called a big wide world. All right. And things are changing because of technology. You don't always have to hire people that actually live in your local area. Now, you're going to need some local people for your local business to do the actual work. But when it comes to administration, legal, bookkeeping, sales, customer service, you can find them anywhere in the country, especially if you're in the high rent district or in the world. And I'm all for keeping jobs here in America, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you can get somebody in the Philippines for a third to do all your bookkeeping, help you with sales, picking up the phone. What I love to do when I get on stages and speak at conferences for home services is I will cold call your business with the microphone. And I'll start with the one with 766 5-star reviews. We'll see if we can pick the phone up. Right? And I'm all for an AI picking up if it's good. So maybe, I'm not just all in on AI. So don't hear me wrong. But there's something to be said when someone can pick up the phone. It's not like what you've seen back in the day where it's a call center and can't understand the person. These folks are training hard.
They are. It's coming back.
And sometimes they even speak better than my local people. Just saying. All right. But you got to put the right people in the right seats of the bus. So when you have technology now where you can hire somebody overseas to pick up the phone, do remote and virtual estimating, do your bookkeeping, do your admin. And do you know what a lot of my really smart folks will do? One, they can make a little more money as an owner, but now they can take that difference of money and hire people locally and pay them a little more and retain them and go after the top talent, even though there's not a big pool in their local area. So they're, oh, they're taking our jobs. No, I'm actually going to pay you more.
Yeah.
Whoa. They start liking that a little bit.
Yeah. I've been looking a lot at and talking a lot about what is the future of the workforce going to look like in the next year, 2 years. And it's the attention span is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. We've got all these tools to be more efficient. So are we going to go to a shorter work day? Are we, everybody wants to be hybrid and remote, but I'm just questioning, like, we can do more in 8 hours with all these tools. We could work less. We could do more. Like, what's it going to look like?
Yep. What I want is either I want my team producing great product,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's get better and better product. That's how I'm judged first. Second, great customer experience. We don't talk about that enough.
Right.
Sometimes we feel transactional, right? And it can be, but it doesn't have to be. We talk a lot about how do we get more recurring revenue, more repeat business from my current customer pool, the neighborhoods I'm working, the businesses I'm working. We always talk about how can I mark my territory with technology. There's these things called QR codes. They're beautiful, right? And you make the sticker as sticky as you can. So my electricians are putting my QR codes on the breaker box or HVAC on the HVAC unit. And you know what a customer does? It's just like what we do when we're on the highway. So when I'm on the highway, sometimes I get in traffic. And by the time it starts clearing up, there's nothing there. Oh, it was on the other side of the road because everyone's got to slow down and look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
The same thing happens in the home or the business. If something doesn't work, we automatically, like we're programmed to do it, to go look at it, even though we have no idea what we're looking at, right? So what I want them to see is a big QR code with my name of my company and my phone number. So if it's a brand new, maybe someone who just bought the home, maybe it's someone I did work on for 6 months ago. Oh, I guess this is my HVAC. Yes, it is. I do not want them Googling. I'm trying to box Google out. So I want them to think, again, we go through these auto response. You ask someone, how's your day going? Oh, it's going great. We're so auto responders, but the person will think, oh, this is my HVAC person and I need to call them. And now you can scan the QR code. You can take a video. The customer can. It'll go up. It'll ping you. You could be sleeping in your bed. You can run an AI on it. And then you can call them and you're prepped because here comes the customer experience. Hey, I saw you're having this, that. Then I can share the video with my technician because people don't like repeating themselves. Mm-hmm. Right. And then it's kind of our co-pilot, our sidekick. So these are some of the things where we're starting to improve that customer experience, claim our territories, speed to lead. I call it race to the face. And we can talk about that as well. It's very important. Oh, you got me on my soapbox, Natalie. Thank you. These are good questions. I'll pause there, but
how does better communication impact revenue and customer trust?
Yes, communication is everything. Do you ever? No, now I can date myself. All right, there's this little place called Jiffy Lube, a place that changes oil. Right, you go and you take your car truck around the back. Somebody grabs it and they have you go to the lobby and you drink bad coffee and watch news that you don't want to watch. And nowadays you play on your cell phone. We didn't have that back then. All right. There was a time there was no Apple iPhone. All right. We just sit there and read a magazine. It's crazy.
I hope that time's coming back. Somebody told me the other day that more and more people are going back to flip phones without the smartphones to get more of their life back, get rid of anxiety, no social media on their phones. I was like, I love the flip phone. It's my fave.
I know. Here's the thing. The other 99% are addicted to their iPhone.
I know.
I know. I'm
concerned with their addictions, but keep going. So Jiffy Lube.
That's a whole nother show, right? So Jiffy Lube, what you do is you bring your car around the back, they grab your key, you go sit in the lobby, and then what happens? After about 30 minutes sitting there, somebody appears behind the curtain, and then they usually are bringing something to your attention. Yeah. It's called an upsell. And some people don't, I mean, I used to fix engines, now it's just a rolling computer. I don't know. But they come out and they tell you what they need to fix, and you're like, I guess so, I don't know. And then you get it done. Well, now, some of these more modern Jiffy Lube, service, they are taking video of everything they're doing. Hey, I changed your here's the tire pressure, here's the oil change, here's this, here's that. And then they send you a video and you don't even have to go bring the car and they'll come pick it up. Mobile delivery. And then you see a full video of all the work. And do you know what that does? It builds trust. When things are behind a curtain and you don't know what's going on, you doubt. But when you open up, here's the work we're doing, especially if you're good. The people that want to hide, guess what? They do crappy work. So the people that are living transparently are more trustworthy, and trust makes a lot of money. Trust gets people to tell you about things. So we're going to, again, we have all of these wonderful, wonderful phones in our pocket. Now, some of us will go to flip, it's fine. But the other of us, we can use them to shine light on the situation. You know, our technology was invented because the chief of police in Washington, D.C. called us to reinvent the 911 phone call. And what we had to figure out is, because of all the cameras in the pocket, how do we get in there? Citizen has no time to download an app. Definitely don't want another app. No time to be trained. And in fact, they're compromised, so they can't even think straight. And so all they can do is literally tap a button. So now you can tap a button and say yes, and we can get into your camera and we can stream it right, in this case, to a police car. So they can see what they're driving into. It's called situational awareness. That's where this was all born from.
Nice.
And now the trades are using it. All these things come out of military, don't they? You know, the internet and all this. So, but it's on the front doorstep of the trades. People are using this every day. And now you're shining light on your work. You're bringing that NFL instant replay in. At first, some of your staff might be like, isn't this kind of Big Brother? Well, if you're doing great work, no, it's a cover your butt. Because then, have you ever had a customer say, your person came in here to fix my HVAC unit and they put marks all over my wall? And you're like, well, let me check my video. We weren't even on your property yet, and those marks are there. I'm sorry that happened to you, but that's not my fault. Like when I used to paint a house, customer, we do a final walk around. You guys dinged up my gutters. I'm like, no, you're just finally looking at your house now. It's pretty. Those gutters were dinged the whole time.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to do work that you didn't do and your staff was like, I promise we didn't fix? And then you just do it and suck it up as a business owner so you don't get a non-5-star review, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I hate that business owners are held hostage because of 5-star reviews all too often. Interesting. I'm not sure what questions Natalie has because I want to ask a little bit more about your button, unless you already have that in there too. So is that LiveSwitch? Is that your technology? Do you have a button is it a
Got
button?
a button. Got all kinds of stuff.
I want to know more about
It's
that.
it's all simple, right? So now
if you're gonna take us there, otherwise ask about the button.
I was going to ask, for anyone unfamiliar, what is LiveSwitch and why does it matter for contractors?
I like it.
Well, there you go. Well, it'll involve the button. You both are a dynamic duo. So here's what it is. Imagine FaceTime. If you've used something like FaceTime, Zoom, whatever.
I love it.
But imagine FaceTime now marries ChatGPT, has a baby, and makes it for the trades.
I like it.
That is us. So when you get a lead or an inbound call or referral or whatever, we pick up the phone or we look at the quote, and now you can do a couple things. You can send a text message. Person can tap it. Remember, like the 911 phone call, and show you the work. Here's what I want done. Now, one of three things will happen in this case. One, you're going to see this person has no business calling your company. They have no money. They don't know what they're talking about. In fact, they're calling the wrong company. We call those tire kickers. Because there's this thing called a free estimate where we roll a truck out. It's really expensive. I don't know if you've ever taken the time to see how much that costs you as a business owner, but we do it because that's how we get the money, right? We just, cost of doing business is what we say. So first, get rid of the tire kickers. Save the trip in the truck. Second, get your eyes on it. And if it's an easy job, how many of these easy jobs are like, I can bid this in your sleep? And it's not a big job. The small jobs, actually, we do them, but they're not the biggest money makers. We try to put them in the schedule and get them in where we can fit them in. We all know those. So those small jobs can be bid virtually. And now that you're seeing the customer and they see you, I call it race to the face. Others call it speed to lead. You build the trust, you see the job, you bid the job, you win the job, you put it somewhere in the schedule for the team to get by when they can get there. The third one is the money maker, right? The third one is, oh boy, they got money. This is a big job. You're worth my drive. I'll see you shortly, right? But what can happen if all you did, old way of doing it, oh, what time are you available? Okay, I'll be there in a couple days. Let me know if this has ever happened to you. It's probably never happened, right? You called 2 days later. Hey, I'm on my way to come and look at your HVAC unit and see about replacement. Oh, don't worry. I found someone yesterday. We're taken care of. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. You only lost because of speed and how you do things, right? Because I hear from it, well, it's my award-winning personality that wins all the deals. Not that one. That was your lack of speed that lost you. You didn't win that one. We don't talk about our losses. We would never do that.
Nope.
Never losing. No one here loses.
Yeah.
Right. So now you see it. AI is watching. It can evaluate me as a salesperson. Tell me what's going on. Make a contract. Do my CRM entry. Give me an action plan and communication plan. You can run as many of these prompts with one click as you want on that tech. All right. That's first bucket. Second bucket is you're going on site. You're going to either do an on-site estimate, or you're there to fix it or do the work. So now you pull your phone out, you document before and after, you get a customer testimonial. You might document something new for the team, like, oh, I haven't seen this unit before. Mark it as training. That's the new carrier unit we need to learn about. Let's mark that. All right, great. And document the process for that one, by the way, too. Right? So we're on site. It's a bigger job. And then the last piece, the third piece, is I'm going to slap a QR code on it. Right? So after I put your new HVAC system in, it'll never break again, right? Danielle, they don't break again. Once you put the new one in, they never break. I'm just kidding. They break.
And sometimes right after they get installed.
Oh, and sometimes the guys forgot to flip the breaker and they've got to drive back out to hit the on button. Or the Nest thermostat is a painful thing. Or the Ecobee, that never happens. Yeah. So you slap your QR codes on everywhere you've done work. And now the customer can scan it, tell you what's wrong. And sometimes you can fix the problem again without driving out. Because service calls, unless you're fixing something or if you just installed something, another very expensive trip for a business owner. Those follow-up calls. But fast forward the movie, after I install it, maybe it's been 5 years, I put my sticker on, now someone scans it, that service call is money calling, right? So I want to claim my territory. And so that's kind of how we're starting to embed video.
Yeah, I like that. I love that you're so passionate about the QR code because, for forever, hey guys, let's label, let's sticker, let's get your company logo on there. Let's get your phone number on there. And you're right out of the gate strong for QR code. Tell me where that QR code goes.
So when you scan that QR code, it's going to go to a form because I want to get your info. You just put your name, email, little lead capture, and then click take a video. That's what's unique. You click and take the video right there. Any time of day. Tell me what the heck is you're seeing to the best of your ability. Because the customer might not even know what they're talking about. And they usually won't. And that's okay. Yeah. But the video is worth 10,000 words. And you can analyze that. You can hear different things. You can see it. And it prepares for when we make that call. Hey, I've looked at the unit. I've seen stuff like this before. I've heard it. Let me
validate their concern, and then they are heard. And we've really found, James, that one of the number one issues and reasons that it becomes a $0 call and people don't take your offer or your estimate, whether it's repair or replacement, is because the customer didn't feel heard. And so right now what you're saying is they can opt in, show you a quick video, and when you call back, you're responding to their concern. You're discussing, and like you said, they might not know what they're looking at, but since you do, you are validating their concern.
That's correct. And sometimes we have the wrong person selling.
Sure.
Example, someone's signed to do the work. You sent your technician out there doing the install. Now your technician doesn't like upselling. Your technician doesn't even want to interface with the customer. They just want to fix the unit or install the unit. You may have the unicorn that can be a technician that also is great at customer service and upselling. That's great. Hold on to that person, give them a raise. We're all not built that way. Yeah. We have some other people on our team that are great at selling and have no idea how to fix the unit, right? So when your technician sets foot on property and you know they're not a good upseller, have them click a button, the customer, and talk to your customer success team. Hey, I've got James on the property there right now. He's going to be doing this today, doing that today. And oh, while I've got you, can I interest you in our protection plans, our Platinum service? And I'll have James put a QR code on the side of this thing. It's only going to be another, $200 or $300 a year, but we're going to give you first. Yeah. Let the sellers sell and the technicians put the right and use technology to use the right people on the bus to make that happen. And sometimes these salespeople, again, they're in the Philippines. Sometimes they're at your office. Sometimes it's you as the owner, right? But it gives you eyes everywhere as the owner. The junior tech can now be like, hey, Danielle, I'm on property. I'm installing this thing. We got a problem. Show it to me. Boom. Now you don't have to hop in your truck and drive out. You can see. It's like the Nextel walkie-talkies I used to have back in the day, but now I've got my eyes. So it's not just selling and customer experience. Now you're operations, right? Or you installed the new carrier unit and it didn't work on the first crank. Now you've got an insurance issue and you need to send that video to carrier and say, I'm picking on carriers. They're great, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like you can now show for warranty work why it wasn't your team's fault, cover your backside, and then let the customer know, here's what's going on. Here's transparent. I've got videos of everything.
It's a powerful button. I imagine the button's got like fire and flames coming off.
Oh yeah. The button is big and red and easy for anyone to hit.
I like it.
We like to make it dead
What
simple.
about that button? I like when we can pinpoint it to a specific button. When I was running a marathon on Sunday, it was my first time and it was exhausting. But there would be these people every couple miles with a big old sign that says punch here if you want to power up. And it was like a button, right? And I was like, I want to power up with that button. I'm a punch there.
I love that.
I was like, I'm coming. Power up. But I like this. James has got a button, and this button with fire flaming out of it actually does all these neat things. And very cool.
Yeah. Well, let me know if you feel like you answered this. Why is live video becoming such a powerful tool for service businesses?
Yeah, it's definitely that speed to lead, race to the face. Being able to see is a big deal. Blind bidding, I bet we don't blind bid. And if you do, I'm sure you're not that accurate, right? So having the ability to have video, whether you're many miles away or right on the property, showing someone back. If you need a senior technician, having live video connects us like what we're doing now. I feel if this was audio only, I wouldn't feel as connected to you both. Right. Now we can see each other. It builds trust. I can see balloons. I can see facial expressions, and it connects me to the customer and give that next level of service or with my team, all of those things, and then record it. You're right. So I've got an instant replay for anything that I've done, learn, get better. It really weaves in everywhere in your business. It's one of those things that
more buy-in because it's easy to be a tire kicker to call and say, hey, James, how much is it for you to, come out and look at my thermostat, for example. And the minute you say, oh, well, scan that QR code and upload that video real quick, or let me see the video real quick. All of a sudden, they've got some skin in the game. And so there's more buy-in from both parties and likelihood to continue moving forward together versus you guys feeling backed into a corner of, oh, I have to give a price because, other people are going to give a price. What am I going to do, right? And so it just helps provide a nice script to gain buy-in.
That's right. Gain a ton of buy-in. And you're going to be seen as this person's fast, this person's efficient. Wow, they're kind of tech forward too. That's pretty cool. This is really cool. You'll get that all the time. Like, wow, like you send a text, they tap it, you're instantly connected. When you do a FaceTime call, there is a warmth that happens. It's usually a family member. And so a lot of my technicians that use this every day, like, oh, the customers, we start the first 5 minutes, they're drinking their coffee and we connect, right? We forget that human connection is still needed. I know we've been talking a lot about AI and things, but that human connection, even if it's not face-to-face sometimes, it will be many times, but sometimes people buy from people they like, even if the price is, if given the same price, if price isn't they're going to choose who they like. And who they trust.
Yeah. So then are you finding that technicians get out there on the call and it's more familiarity? Oh yeah, we chatted earlier. Oh yeah, now we're in zone.
And then you have this other thing. Some of us
really cool.
Some of us have roommates, some of us have partners, some spouses, some of us have business partners. Everything's recorded. So you're like, oh, I can just share the video. Here, meet James. Here's what he's thinking about with our HVAC unit, right? So I'm letting my salespeople sell because you know who's not good at selling? Usually, it's like when the spouse, he said something about the doohickey doing this, it's going to be $15,000.
Right.
Oh, how about you watch this 5-minute video and now I'm okay. Because some of us like live in an office and we live out and about. We're not at home. That's another thing. You know what else we don't like doing if we have jobs? Coming back home to wait on you to come by. It's kind of painful, especially if you have kids. Not fun. So now you can Hey, someone calls from the office. Hey, my unit's giving me a hard time back at home. Well, I'll send you a text. And when you get back home this evening, go ahead and show it to me. Oh, there you go. And then the next day, yep, I see this. It looks like that. I can be out there tomorrow and fit great. Because you know what a busy person with lots of money loves? Convenience.
They sure do. Are you finding that people are more flexible with scheduling with the company? So let's say you as an HVAC service company are booked, your dispatch board is full, but as long as that customer shared that video, you saw it, you went back and forth, you discussed it, discussed what the likelihood of the problem might be, and then you can schedule a time to fix that exact thing. Do they receive more peace of mind and are they more flexible with, sure, I can wait a week, or do they still feel that demand for, no, I need somebody out here right now?
Depends on the severity of the problem. It's dang cold nowadays, right? Where I'm at. And if my heater goes off, I kind of can't wait a week, right? So in that case, or if it's small, like, yeah, it's kind of making a noise, but everything's working. Yes. Then you building the trust, people, hey, this person sees it, they trust it. Yeah, I got to wait a week, but that's who I want doing it because we connected. But if it's a emergency and you're fully booked, it's always nice to have frenemies, so to speak. Like maybe another, hey, we can't get to this. Maybe they'll get busy and send you a lead. Or maybe you could sell the lead. There's a lot of things a lead can do, especially if you become a great referral agent. It also might be a clue like, hey, this seasonality, I should probably have some seasonal employees because I'm fully booked. A lot of people like to, every hour fully booked all the time. I'm like, sounds like you're leaving a lot of money on the table, you know? So it could be a clue that's like time to hire. Or again, as we've been talking about staffing, think about staffing again, like that a fully booked book of business for a full month feels good to the wallet and the projection, but it's telling you something about your business and you could be losing customers as well because that recurring revenue, but it depends on your goals, company goals. If you don't want to grow, then you're fine. But yeah, I think it depends on the severity of the problem.
Interesting. There's a lot of pricing levers you can pull too if you are lucky enough to be fully booked. Today we are full price, but on Tuesday.
Yeah. Or if you had another install, maybe you can say, hey, I call the one person, say, hey, I can do this in a few days. I'll give you some money off. Turn around to the person. I can do this now, but it's going to be a little more expensive. Maybe I make more margin that way and I have some flexibility in some of my customers or some of my schedule. Like someone wanting a new unit, that's a lot of margin. I might want to work something out.
Yeah, we believe very strongly in fluid dispatching. And so we don't, it's important. It's the dispatcher's job to put the man on the money, to make the best decisions on behalf of the business, to send who, where, what, when, and to constantly be very fluid with the schedule and with pricing, with after hours, emergency calls, overtimes, and not just promising every single slot every single time for the same amount of money.
That's just smart.
We could talk about that, but that's a separate episode. Let's do that again.
Always happy to come back.
Well, James, where can everyone find you? Social links, everything.
And how do they get that button?
Yes.
Okay. To get the button, go to a website called LiveSwitch, LiveSwitch.com. Click on a demo. You can connect with me right on LinkedIn. Look for James Hatfield, like Hatfields and McCoys, LiveSwitch. Connect to me, reach out. I love spending time. I've owned and operated painting power washing companies. I love talking tech. If you just want me to, hey, can you look at my tech stack? Like, I'm not always here. My team isn't always there just trying to find your credit card to get the button, although we will do that if you want. But we're a laid back crew, and we're really just trying to educate more than anything, which is, again, thank you for having me on here. I'm hoping people's wheels are spinning a little bit. That's really the whole goal, is to get folks thinking more than anything else.
James, it's a really significant offer what you're providing right now, saying, hey guys, I'll even take a look at your tech stack. A couple of years ago, it was a handful, maybe 4 years ago, I went to a dinner and I happened to be sitting next to a CTO of a company, a chief technology officer. And he's like, hey, tell me about your business. I was like, well, it's the new flat rate. We do pricing. This is what we do. We help service providers, yada, yada, and I tech. And he says, your tech stack's holding you back. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, your tech stack. And as I listed what we used, how we do it, our internal communications or external communications, how we do and win the day, or, how we serve. It was so simple, your tech stack. I took that conversation, and James, it took 2 years. It took 2 years to do a complete 180 and change our whole tech stack. But I will forever be thankful to him for that moment, for being brave enough to say, that is the issue that has to change. And so what James is offering everybody today is a phone call to take a look at what technologies are you using and what could you do to streamline. And so often, especially as we're recording today at the end of 2025, and in the changeover of a year, that's also a great place to look at for cutting on the budget. So often we've got all these softwares running in the background that we don't need. It's all duplicated. We have wasted expenses. If we looked at the Amex, we'd want to throw up. Like it's a great time to talk to somebody like James about what technology are you utilizing in your company and what could you do to propel you forward.
That's right. Not all vendors out there just are credit card hawks. I promise. There's some good ones out here that we really care about you as a business owner. Because if you're doing well, we get to do well. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
And so we're happy to, I'm in front of one or two business owners every single day in all different kinds of trades, from large to small, to startups to 30-year-old companies. And, just getting an audit, like I have some of these. So I do a lot of conferences, and some of the folks that get the microphone, they've done really well in their business, which is why they get the microphone a lot of times. And I had one stand up and say they've got two board of advisors, right? They got a board of advisor that are other folks like them in the trades, whether it's the same trade or different ones. The other board of advisors they have is a vendor board of advisors. These are vendors they've come to know, love, and trust. And they said, in front of the mic, they're both just as valuable. I think it's just a problem sometimes when you get in with the wrong folks that all they ever want to do is try to sell you something and tell you something and not really take the time to care about you as the business owner. But I think that CTO story is a beautiful one, and it's not a one-off. I bet that CTO has done that over and over and over for different people, just giving back out of the kindness of his or her heart.
Yeah, I was able to receive it. Like he knew what he was talking about. It was non-offensive, non-threatening. It was helpful. And it really did change the trajectory of our business. So I'll always be thankful for that. James, it was a pleasure to get to know you. Thank you for spending time. Thank you for your wealth of knowledge, your passion for the industry and for technology. It was really neat, really fun to hang out with you today.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise. Great job. I really appreciate you both.
And for everyone tuning in on the podcast, thank you so much for listening and have a great day. Bye, guys.
If you want to learn more about the new flat rate, go to TheNewFlatRate.com. If you want to learn more about LiveSwitch, go to LiveSwitch.com and schedule a demo.